Morning folks, welcome back. It's the morning of the National. Thought I'd come and check on the fish before I go. I can't understand this, but these fish that are in the hospital tank, I'm pretty sure they're spawning. I might be going mad, but I've got water everywhere, splashes everywhere, water's a bit milky, and all I can see is them chasing each other around, so you can hear them now. There we go again. Yeah, definitely spawning. Or trying to anyway. Now, the kujaku that's in there is a male, but I had no idea what the chagoi was. Very strange. It's not the sex tank, it's not the hospital tank, it's the sex tank. I'm going to have to put something on top of it to cover them up so they don't jump out. Literally water everywhere, they've been splashing out of there. Didn't expect that, if I'm honest. Good. Definitely following her around. Definitely, literally following her, banging up the sides. I know it's difficult to see her now, but you're meant to be sick. Naughty buggers. That's what happens when you put them in the tank. They think you're in there to do other stuff. So, fingers crossed that doesn't do any more damage to the ulcer that it's already got. Say good morning to the other fish. Morning all. They all seem okay. I was thinking last night, after I put out the last video where I lost Rudy and Andy, I've not been cleaning my filters, literally been leaving them for three days, sometimes 4 days, because someone said you're better off leaving the bacteria, or leaving, you can hear them splashing again, or leaving, at least leaving the water alone as much as possible so that you can build up your beneficial bacteria. But I'm thinking that may have been the cause of build up of bacteria. So I'm going to be on top of it every day, every 2 days at the most, and just give it a quick flush through, make sure we get rid of the crap in there. But yeah, I can't believe that. I literally can't get over that. They are just definitely spawning. They're whacking the chagoi up against the sides. The chag's been sat there miserable in that pond for ages. Is it because it's full of eggs? Is that why its eyes are bulging? I don't know. I don't bloody know. What I do know though is, look at them out there. Yeah, I'm off to the National. Going to go and pick my nephew up, and then I'll see you all down at the National. See you in a bit.
We're live.
We are live at the koi show. I'm miles away, parked miles away, gotta walk miles. This is my nephew Charlie.
Oh, finally on the video. Famous.
Got some koi, haven't you? One little, he's got a 3 centimetre just so of you. So, yeah, he's getting into it, I think. Right, we're going to have a look at the show, see what's happening. Charlie made his first koi. Is this your first koi?
Second koi.
The other one's about 2 centimetres long. So he's looking at skinny and shallow.
What's that one there? It's like purple. Isn't that?
That looks like a bit of an achiever, but a bit of a black tail. That one's got a big head though.
I like that. No, that's the other one I pointed as well. It's all top.
Yeah, that's the one that stands out to me.
Yeah, it's proper.
And that one there. But Sumi will come through later on.
I think I might go with that one there. Jason's picking out his own fish.
Grow on fish. See, if you look under the skin there, see?
The dark.
It's hard to tell what it's going to do though.
What are you saying, you like them?
Got gifts?
Come in.
Don't kill it. I reckon this will be gone by a couple of weeks.
The auction coins.
Got myself a new wig. It's a bit like Charlie's little wispy beard look. Isn't it? So I've got myself a couple of little tosai just to whack in the QT pond. It'd be nice, a couple of shearers, see how they come on. And Charlie's got himself a nice little kindling shower.
It's alright, isn't it?
As I was saying, it'll probably be floating in a couple of weeks. He doesn't do any water checks or anything. I'm trying to teach the kids these days, eh? You gonna do your water checks when you get in?
Yeah.
Are you though? You're gonna have to.
You seem to be living, haven't you?
70 quid's expensive for fish that you don't check the water on.
They don't die though, they're living.
Yeah.
They seem happy enough. Where's the car at?
Somewhere at the top. So there we have it. I didn't do any filming at the show because it's just vat after vat, fish after fish, all the same. So, but yeah, nice to meet up with a few of the koi tubers, have a chat. Nice to bring Charlie out to his first koi show.
Back again next year.
Back home, see if the fish are still at it in the QT tank. Thought I'd better get some spawning brush, just because the kin matsuba in the main pond looks like she's full of eggs, so we'll drop this in. I don't want it to get egg bound, and see if they start having a go as well. So there we have it, folks. See you when we get home back to the main pond. Say bye bye.
See you in a bit.
In fact, I might even film.
Star of the channel.
I might film this fish going in your pond before we go. Show you his little pond. It's got a monster next to your little tadpoles. Right, see you at Charlie. Nice to see you awake. You want a prize?
You ain't putting that in.
You want a prize?
Yep. From the fair.
Come on then, let's get it in the pond. A lot of work going on here, isn't there? Just putting him in the infected pond.
Yeah, ain't that big.
Yeah, this is Charlie's setup. Same as the one I had. Have a look at him. Right, and this fish has been acclimating for the last 15 minutes. Told you they're tiny compared to what was at the show.
No, you're right. They look... No, actually, yeah.
These are like, honestly, they're like tadpoles. There you go. There's a proper fish now, look.
You can actually see that one.
Let's get your water test done now before you kill the fish.
Stop it, she gets so jealous of the fish.
What is it, Hattie? It's going to be on YouTube. Look on YouTube. Yeah, come on then. Oh, come on, up again. Oh, folks, back from the show. Sorry I didn't do any filming. It's the same old stuff. Vats full of koi. I've come back. Have a look at this. They've been having a right go in here. Before I left, I put the koi sock in there just to see if I hadn't got any spawning brushes or anything. And as you can see, there's eggs all over the koi sock. So I was just about to release the other fish into here, the new ones. You can see eggs everywhere. So is this the reason that the chagoi wasn't eating? I don't know. Here's a little toast I bought just to keep the filters ticking over. I'll pop them in now. I'm going to get this water changed, get rid of these eggs because I'm not going to do anything with them. And yeah, dirty things, unbelievable. Look at this. We've got eggs everywhere, literally everywhere. Who'd have thought that? Sick fish. Put them in here and they get all randy. So nice to see a few of you down at the koi show. Get these glasses off. Down at the show. So in a minute I'm going to get these fish sorted and I'll come back to you. Have it just raining down QT. And look at this. Eggs literally everywhere. I don't get it. How has this happened? I thought fish spawned in environments that they were happy with. And I put them in the QT and they're off. See the other little fish that I bought from the show? A couple of Shiros and a little Senki. It'd be nice if I could keep all these eggs and grow them on, but I'm not got a clue what I'm doing, so I'm just going to drain the tank down because it's an absolute mess. It's like a filthy sex bath. I'm going to drain it down. I don't know what to do with the eggs. I think I'll just leave them. I'm guessing the fish will eat the fry or they'll end up in the filter, who knows. But I'm going to drain the water down, get it all clear again, get some fresh water in, and yeah, I'm interested to see Betty the chagoi. I'm wondering, is this why she's not been eaten? Is it because she's, you know, full of eggs, ready to spawn? Bulging eyes, is that a thing? Don't know. And the one side that's slightly bulging, is that because of eggs? Who knows? But once this water goes down, we'll have a look and see if there's any difference in it. Now that, from what I can see, is a noticeable difference. The bulge on the one side of that fish was so obvious, and now that seems to have gone down. I didn't think they had, when they had eggs, they'd bulge out the one side, but maybe they do. What's all this? Is it sperm or? Gotta be. Believe it or not, I only filled this tank up yesterday morning. Emptied it completely, filled it up, fresh water, and now I've got all that muck. Literally eggs everywhere. Can't believe it. Right then folks, I'll catch up in a little while. Folks, welcome back. It's been a week now since the koi show. Nice to see a few of you down there. It was a great show. Not been to one before, but I've been told it was a pretty good show by all accounts compared to previous ones. I'm not sure where I left off the last time we spoke, or the last time I was filming. I think it might have been the day I got back from the show. Had a look in the QT, and lo and behold, I've got eggs everywhere. So what's happened since then? Okay, so you know we lost the 2 fish, and the only thing left in the QT pond, in the QT tank, was the kujaku, which had a big hole on its side, if you like. I thought it was getting better, which it kind of is. It was healing underneath, but it's kind of spreading as well. Now found under a smaller little site where it's opening up down by its peduncle. So yeah, we're in the middle of sorting that. So obviously I came back from the show, I'd got eggs everywhere, the pond was just milky white. So I did a complete water change, got rid of everything, and lo and behold, the chagai, who was sulking for a good number of weeks, was bulging on the one side and had eyes popping. Since she's laid all her eggs, I put her straight back in the pond a day or two later, and in the last week she looks absolutely bang on. Now I'm not sure whether that's because of the eggs. She could have been egg bound. I'm not really sure. All I know is she's back to eating, and the main pond is doing fantastic. Touch wood, the main pond is doing really well. Now there's been lots of bacteria issues all over the country from what I can see on YouTube. Lots of people having issues this year, and I wanted to pass on a little bit of my what I've been doing really, and how I've I think I've got on top of it. I hope I'm not speaking too soon, but I think I've got on top of it. Spoke to Rob at Walker Koi, showed him what I'd got, problems with my fish, told him about the pond, and he recommended to up my daily clean, because I was told, well, you get so much information off various people, you don't know what works for some person. One person might not work for another. Rob says I need to flush the thing with fresh water all the time, so instead of doing my filter cleans 3 to 4 days, it's now every day or every other day at the very latest. So I'm putting clean water through it every day, getting rid of all the crap in the system, and fresh water's coming through obviously. And the other thing, reduce my feed, and lastly he's advised me to get rid of all the salt out of the pond. Now I know this is a contentious one and lots of people use salt in the pond and don't have any problems, but I've got to be honest, since the salt's gone, they seem so much better. Is it a combination of everything, or is it, you know, one or two things? I don't know, but everything seems to be working right. The fish are eating. I've had no flashing in a while. I bet they'll do a flash now, I'm watching them. They're eating really well, no flashing, no jumping at the pond, and it's been a long time since I've not had that, to be honest with you. So a few things: reduce the feed. I don't know why I've got obsessed with let's feed them as much as I can, let's get them a bit. I don't know why I'm doing that. You know, you watch these things on YouTube and everybody wants to grow the fish massive. Actually, I'd rather the pond was healthy. So I've got the feeders running. They're not running. I was doing 6, 7, 8 feeds a day. I'm now doing 3 or 4. I'm not interested in growing them massive. I've only got a 1,000-gallon pond, so I don't really know why I was doing that. So if I reduce the load going into the pond, hopefully my bacteria count should come down. And obviously with the fresh water and the filter cleans every day, it's just about keeping on top of that, the bacteria basically. We want more good bacteria than bad bacteria, and I think feeding heavily, salted pond, not cleaning the filters enough, I think that's all resulted in my problems, and a few fish getting raised scales here and there. So I think I'm on top of it. I think I am. I've not had any problems now for a while since I lost those 2 fish, and I've done what Rob said. Everything seems to have settled, and the fish seem ever so happy. In fact, the feeder's about to go off, so you'll see them feeding in a second. About 4 minutes. So yeah, it might not work for everybody, but you know what? No salt in it. It all makes sense. Let's take out all the stuff in the pond that could be causing the flicking and the flashing, because couldn't find anything on scrapes. And I know my lamps are going, but I couldn't find a thing on the scrapes. So it had to be down to the water, something in the water. So, as I said, no salt, fresh water, clean the filters every day, just a quick flush. And you can see the water levels just dropped 2 inches. That's all I'm dropping. 1 clean of the Easy Pod, 2 of the Tempest, and then I purge the drain of the moving bed. I've got a little plug at the bottom, just open it, lets out the dirt, and then stop it again. As I say, everything seems to be working great. They seem a lot happier. Very hungry, as you'll see in a second. So, quarantine. So the kujaku is currently in a salt bath down on the floor there. So again, it's been in the quarantine tank with the little 3 tosi that I bought from the show. I don't know if I can't remember if I filmed them, so sorry if I'm repeating myself, but there's a few tosi in there, a couple of shearers, and a little shower up there, just to keep the pond ticking over. And all I've been doing is flushing that because the parameters are through the roof every day, just because the filters are new. So I've been flushing that with clean water pretty much every day, dechlorinating it. And the soil on the kujaku seems to be just spreading a little bit. It's not exactly healing as how I wanted it. So again, Rob said salt bath every day for about a week, and he reckons it's treatable. I'll show you a little video of the fish now. You can see how bad it is. I was worried I was going to lose it, but he said no, it's definitely treatable. Salt bath every day, 10 minutes or so, keep an eye on it, and hopefully we'll get it back. So that is it, it's in the salt bath as we speak. Yeah, not really lot to update you with other than that. Everything seems to be running smoothly for now. I don't really want to talk too soon, because one jump of a fish out of the pond and you're all back to where you were. But oh, the other thing as well is the Vercon. People are saying once a week, 1 tablet per 1,000 gallon, once a week. I'm doing it about twice a week, just to keep on top of the bacteria plants. The eyes have to feed them early. So there we have it. That is great news. I haven't seen the chag feed for weeks, as I said. It's been a shame watching them mope around, but not knowing what's going on. And it was just by luck, pure luck. Well, not luck, but coincidence maybe, that I put her in the pond thinking, in the quarantine pond, thinking there was something wrong with her, and then she spawned. Maybe the slight difference in temperature between this and the quarantine, I don't know. Who knows? But right as rain now. Hungry as ever. And all the other fish are doing well. No signs of anything really. So I don't think I've got a problem in the water or the pond at the moment. I don't think the fish are suffering anything that's contagious to each other. It's just this kujaku I've got to get right. So it's currently in the salt bath. It's been in 5 minutes now, so I'll give it probably another 10 minutes. I'll keep an eye on it, make sure it doesn't turn over or anything. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know if anybody knows the question, but I've been told to salt it to 0.9 or above. I don't know what this goes up to, but it's just coming up with the dots, so it's obviously saying there's too much salt in there. So I can't exactly tell you how much salt's in there. All I know is it's above what that can do. And I think all I've put in there, in that little bowl, is 2 cups in that size, very small. So if I'm honest, I don't know. I think it's salted at the minimum that I need. I just don't know how much I've done. So I'll just keep an eye on it. And I'm going to do that every day for about a week and see if we can see any improvements. If we do, then maybe I'll keep doing it. We're going away in a couple of weeks for a week, so really I want to get this. I don't think it's going to be doable, to be honest with you. See the size of the soil. Ideally I'd like that back in the main pond, just so I haven't got 2 ponds to look after while I'm away, or the mate badgers to look after. But we'll see how we go. Like I said, this one needs changing water all the time because of its new leader, etc. Ammonium nitrites through the roof on it, and I'm not feeding a lot either, because again I want to keep the bacteria count down. But at the same time, I know I need to feed the filter and get it. It's just a fine balance. still yet to paint this, I've still yet to paint the floor. So busy. Been out fishing the weekend. I only just got back yesterday. If you're interested in your fishing, don't forget, get across the Bezos Carp channel. I'll be putting out a video in the next week or so, my last trip, where I caught my first fish at the syndicate. Well happy with that. It's been a long time coming. And that's pretty much it. The only thing to add is I am now on 1,000 subscribers. Thank you very much for everybody who's subscribed, everybody who's watching the videos. I really appreciate it. I'm at 1,000 subscribers, I think 1,020, something like that. And I've just got, I think it's over 4,000 watch hours you need, which I've just hit. So thank you to everybody who's subscribed and supported the channel. Yeah, I didn't expect to get to 1,000 this quickly, but clearly everybody's interested in the hobby and trying to learn off everybody, so I really appreciate the support. Thank you. On to the giveaway. I'm going to do that in a separate video. As I said, I think I've showed you the prizes before. Some food from Quenny Koi. I've got 3 koi control apps to give away, a bag of Hikari Friend food, and there might be something else, I don't know yet, but we'll do that in the next video. And that is it. I'll keep you updated on the kujaku, because it's a shame. It's a beautiful fish and I'd be really gutted to lose it. I'm pretty sure it's going to have a scar even if I do get it back, but I'd rather have that than not have the fish. So, but we'll keep you posted how we're doing after the salt bath, but that'll be in another video. But folks, if you haven't trouble with bacteria, just try what I've done. It's worked for me. Get rid of the salt if it's in the pond. I've had salt in the pond now for 8 months or whatever it is, and apparently it's too long, too much. Not too much, but I was only at 0.3, 0.4, but it's not good for the fish, according to some people. And it's working for me now. Now the salt's out there, fresh water. Reduce your feed if you don't need to get your fish big. So if you don't need to get them big, if you're not showing them or anything like that, just, you know, put in a normal amount of food. Change your filters every day or clean them out every day, and just do very, very basic maintenance every day, and you should get on top of your bacteria count. Add the Virkon, and you just got to tip the scales the right way in terms of bacteria, so it's all good bacteria and not bad. And I think, well, it's worked for me. That's all I can say. It's not for everybody's pond, but it's worked for me. So, and I'm very happy right now, because I was at the end of my tether. I haven't got the problems that some people have had, but I was at the end of my tether just because I don't really have the time to do anything else. So there you have it, folks. Next video will be the 1 case giveaway, so keep an eye out for that. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, if you haven't already, click on the subscribe button, press the like. Any comments, put them in the section below, and take care of yourselves. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.